What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody, on this little very cold or headed to a cold night in Memphis? What is going on here? Welcome to this little small freestyle, very short, I guess, episode of the Big Time Show podcast that's being heard live now on Podbean, being heard also and seen live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I'm going to be on very, very short tonight. I have had a couple people who have kind of been going back and forth in chats about what's going on with my beloved Cowboys, and I'm just going to talk about it very briefly. I'll save the rest of it for Saturday at 3 o'clock. But briefly, I wanted to share with you. Plus, I'm just testing out new equipment. Y'all like my new little background, I'm just testing stuff out just to make sure everything is kosher, as we like to say. I'm sharing now. I haven't looked at Podbean. Hey, everybody that is popping on. Appreciate you just stopping by for, even if it's just a hot second or so. I appreciate you doing it. But I got to talk about some stuff that I just am blown away by Cowboy land, what's going on. So let me go and kick into it because I'm not going to be with you guys long. Let me pop over to Podbean real quick and see who's all here. No one's here. Okay, that's fine. Listen. By now, you guys have heard all of the, hey, Wendy, you say I'm here with a tornado on top of me in the basement, but for real. Well, Wendy, I believe you live here in the South with me, and we're experiencing high winds down here. I can speak about Memphis. I know last night it was bad. We had the power being knocked out here at least 3 times, I know, with the longest being maybe about close to an hour, and it's been on ever since. But the winds are blowing. It's supposed to be cold tonight. If you're listening, you can hear it whistling outside right now. So that's where I am. Yeah, I know it's on the way. So all I can say is be careful. We're trying to make sure that we're careful here as well. This weather has been crazy down here in the South. So it is what it is. I got to talk to y'all about Dallas because I'm just gonna put it like this: it's hard when it says 18 wheelers are turned over, several on the interstate. Oh my God! Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. Uh, Praying that God will shield us and protect us. Obviously, when it comes to weather, it's nothing that we can do about it. But just ask God to help us. That's all. That's all we can do. We can't stop nothing. You're in Birmingham, okay? Oh, in Birmingham, that's where it was turned. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. All right. It's kind of hard to talk about the Cowboys when you got some serious stuff going on. What Wendy is talking about, but I'm gonna try because that's what a few of y'all are tuned in for. So I got to give it to you. Let me just say this about the Cowboys: it's getting real hard to be optimistic. It really is. It's becoming extremely hard to be optimistic about my team. We have avoided drama the last couple of years. Well, yeah, really the last couple of years, but our off season has started out with a bang, a real bang. And I'll get into the details of that Saturday because I don't want to do Saturday show here, but it's hard to have everything smooth when everybody is kind of setting up like an island to themselves. You got the management have one theory or thought. You got the coaching staff have a different thought. Then you got the players who may be somewhat divided also. I have never seen a divided football organization win. That's all I'm saying. I don't. I've never seen. The goal is to try to get everyone on the same page. That's what I've always heard. That's when I played. That's what it was all about. And we are not. Hey, Baka, I see you on Podbean. How you doing? Um, we are not on the same page, and the content is there. And I don't want to give it away, but by now you guys know about the Mike McCarthy interview with Rich Eisen. I haven't had my say yet. I'm coming Saturday with it, but it's unbelievable this early to have the type of statements that was made by Coach McCarthy, um, and it don't look good. I don't care how we twist it and all that kind of stuff. It just does not look good at all. It don't sound good. It's really rotten, and it's not a good way to start it off. So uh, that's really what I was trying to get with you guys on. Maybe, like I say, freestyle. Really, I let you guys kind of control it. I know what I want to say, but I ain't gonna say it yet. I'm having a hard time. I will say this, I guess you can figure out kind of what I'm going to say, or at least the direction that I'm going to be leaning toward. It's hard. It's hard to be optimistic right now. It's real hard. It's hard to be optimistic. It really is. I mean, other than Dan Quinn being on this team, everywhere else is it don't look good. It just don't. And of course, this is just my opinion and my perspective. You may see it differently, just like Wendy said. But we don't quit. We're gonna be all right here. We'll all be right here, same time next season, and we know it. Yeah, we'll be right here, griping and complaining and smiling on one week, and about ready to break your TV the next week. It's typical Cowboy roller coaster ride. Um, I am really not optimistic. It's almost like, I guess I'll say this on Saturday too. It's almost like this will be kind of a give me type year. Like we know Coach McCarthy probably won't last. And like I said earlier on previous shows, or at least the previous two shows, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't make it out of the season. The pressure be too high. But then when you add on what he said in that interview, and then you know the character of Jerry Jones about, he doesn't like people to press him. He does not like to be challenged. He does not like to be told what to do. He does not like embarrassment. That's him. He's a egomaniac. He's a narcissist. That's what Jerry is. So anybody that has challenged him at all usually get the short end of the stick. And usually those guys are not coaches here long. You can go down the list. All you need to know is Jerry Jones fired a coach after winning 2 straight Super Bowls. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. He fired Jimmy Johnson after winning 2 straight Super Bowls. I don't know what else you want a coach to do. He won 2 straight and he got fired. See what I'm saying? So, if you do that, then you had the great Bill Parcells, and Jared don't like strong-willed type coaches. So, Mike McCarthy transferred from the yes boy or the puppet type coach to where he stood up for himself. And in case you haven't heard the interview, you really need to go just pull it up. Just type in your YouTube, Mike McCarthy, Rich Eisen. That's all you got to do. Listen to what he said if you haven't heard it by now. And you're going to leave with your mouth wide open. There's no question about that. Because mine was like, did he just say what I thought he just said? Did he just say that at this particular time? Wow, you can't erase that. It's one of those statements. There's a few of the statements where you can't say, well, this is what he really meant to say. It's kind of like when President Trump was in office. Everybody, you had a whole group of people who would take what President Trump said and try to make it sweet when that really wasn't him. But they'll say, no, this is what he really meant. You can't do this with what Coach McCarthy said. It is what it is. It is exactly, Wendy. It is what it is. You can't erase it. And it what he said kind of divides the line between management and the coaching staff, because there's no way nobody can say that management and the coaching staff are on the same page. There's no way. If you haven't heard it, I'm telling you, you need to go just type in Mike McCarthy, Rich Eisen, and I promise you, you'll be like me, like, dang, this is not gonna be a good season. That's what you're gonna end up saying. Like, this is not gonna be good. Like I said before, other than Dan Quinn, that's the only thing that I got excited about so far. Everything else been a downer. And this interview, although it's already all about how you look at it. It's for some, many people say, I'm glad he stood up finally. And then there for others who will say, like, this is not good for the team. And unfortunately, 2 things could be right at the same time in this case. And they are. They are. What Mike McCarthy said is true. What I'm saying is somewhat also true. I've just never seen an organization who are on 2 different pages be successful. I ain't seen it yet. I just haven't. And that's really all I wanted to say. So, like I said, I was going to be on maybe about 20 minutes. I got about 5 more minutes. And Wendy is holding down the comment section here. So I hope you guys, if you haven't heard it, you probably need to go check it out. You probably need to check it out. You're gonna be blown away. You're gonna be blown away by the interview. Wednesday, Theory McCarthy shows out that last 9 yards, and the team plays football and runs the ball. If it's out there, then be it. What he said, Wendy, it just makes the leech smaller, if you ask me. Jerry don't like to be challenged in any fashion. And what he said to me, the leech was already short. That's the way I look at it, especially since the expectations are so high when you add in the Sean Payton cloud that's hanging over his head, no matter how much they talk about it, whatever, it's there. Even if Jerry really is not considering Sean Payton for a job next year, 2 years from now, whatever, it's there. The media will point Sean. I mean, that's there. That's not good for a coach. I just think the leash just got shorter because you just don't cross Jerry. I've always said this concerning next year that if the Cowboys get off to a slow start, Mike McCarthy's job is going to be hot. That seat is going to be real hot. Wendy asked me, you think he's got this year, though, right? I thought he had this year coming into the season. I believe he's going to start it off. I thought, I've said it before, he earned the right to come back. He won 12 games. He did make the playoffs. He won the division. He earned the right. 12 games. He only won 6 games last year. I know Dak was, not there. But bottom line is when he had Dak, he put up 12 wins. That's he shouldn't be fired. However, when you say the things that he said, and the expectations are so high, and Jared, saying how disappointed he is and angry and all that kind of stuff, you don't have much wiggle room next year. You don't. And when you add in what he said on the interview, I just think that you really are walking on eggshells. Now, Coach McCarthy's not going to operate like that, but, Jerry, even if that means he wants Quinn or Kellen Moore to do it, I mean, you get closer to it after you slap Jerry's hand like that. That's just the way I feel about it. I may be wrong. I don't think so. That's just my theory, my thoughts. If you ask 10 Cowboy fans, you may have 5 that agree with me and 5 that say, man, you crazy. You don't know what you're talking about. But it just don't look good to me. I'll talk about this more on Saturday at 3 o'clock. Glenn said, I hope he keeps his mentality, integrity, and blows our minds. I think he's solid. Coach McCarthy is solid. He's mentally there, mentally tough. He can do it. He's gonna do his job. But the element of strong men and Jerry Jones have never worked. Whatever reason you come up with, that's just what the track record says. He likes a yes sir type guy. He don't want a guy that's going to challenge him in his general managership. He's not going to challenge. He don't like a guy that challenges him, definitely in the press. He does not like a guy that gets in his way, if you want to say that. Jerry wants to get in their way, but he definitely don't like nobody to get in his way. That's just how Jerry Jones is. It is what it is. The track record says that whoever has been considered a strong will type coach, they didn't make it. But the yes sir type guys, they coach here for a decade, a la Jason Garrett. the yes sir type guys. Yes sir, boss. Yes sir, boss. They last here longer. It's just the truth. And so, based off what Coach McCarthy said, he does not fit into that yes sir, boss no more. Not to me. Kermit says this is why no good head coaches would never want to come to Dallas. Too much meddling, dysfunction from ownership for years has kept this team down. I rest my case. I couldn't have said it any better. That's what I'm gonna talk about on Saturday. I'm not optimistic. I was already, down when Kellen Moore got, came back, and you got the same units. Yeah. She said, but this right here is blowing minds. Maybe he will stand up in public and make Jerry finally be wrong. Well, Coach McCarthy really just said what most have said all, for the last 10 plus years, that Jerry's in the way. The mindset is in the way. Coach McCarthy just, he affirmed that in his interview. If you guys haven't heard it, I'm gonna say it again. Maybe this will be a little homework for you. If you haven't heard the interview, go listen to the interview with McCarthy, Coach McCarthy, and Rich Eisen. Just put it up on YouTube. That's all you got to do. Type in Coach Mike McCarthy and Rich Eisen. You'll hear it. And come back and let's talk about this on Saturday at 3. Let's talk about it. Take some notes down if you want to. Yeah. Well, Tavis, hey Tavis, my brother in here. Tavis says still playing puppet games, huh, Jerry? Well, here's the thing, Tavis. You want to play puppet games, but what happened when the puppet knocks the string off and the puppeteer can't control the puppet no more? that's when the puppet gets out of Dallas. That's what the track record says about strong-willed or strong-minded coaches who say what need to be said. They don't last here in Dallas. That's what the track record shows. But like I said, kudos to Coach McCarthy. And that's what I'm gonna talk about on Saturday. I'll get in more depth with some things that I heard that I just was blown away with what he said. And I'm saying the things that he said, you can't massage it, you can't dress it up, you can't come to that. But this is what he meant to say. No. He said it. It can't be erased, and you don't have to wonder what he said. It was crystal clear about what he feels about the way things are run here. It's incredible, and I can't get hype about it. I was happy for Coach McCarthy, but as far as next year goes, because I can't get optimistic. I've never seen an organization be split in different ways and be successful. I haven't seen it. I've never seen I haven't seen the organization and coaching staff being on two different pages, and then you expect them to be Super Bowl contenders. I just ain't seen it before. I ain't saying it can't happen, but it'll be a miracle. It'll be a miracle. So that's what I'm going to talk about on Saturday at 3:00. Same place here, wherever you're watching me from. If you listen to me on Podbean, same thing. I'll be here at 3:00 Central Time. 3:00 Central Time. And we'll talk about all of this. I ain't really had my say on it. I'm just going to go on, put it out there and see see if you guys either feel the same way I do, or a little bit, or you saying I'm totally off, whatever the case may be. Come on, hang with me, all right? Oh yeah, Wendy say chin up, Bishop. I don't know, Wendy. I'm not optimistic. I mean, I'm not. Y'all can be. I ain't got no problem with it. I'm gonna still got my gear on and we gonna cheer and all that kind of stuff, but I don't like the way this offseason is starting, man. The world famous Dallas drama in the offseason has kicked off in a grand way. It don't get no grander than what I heard. It don't get no grander at all. This is it. So we'll talk about that on Saturday at 3:00. All right. All right. I'm out of here. I just wanted to see something. Plus, I wanted to see how my little stuff look. Y'all like my you have to bail. You have to bail. You are important to our Cowboy way. Oh, we gonna talk about it, Wendy. We'll find ways. I'm excited about Dan Quinn and defense. I'm excited, but I don't know. Plus, I want to see what my little do I do some more adjustments to this background I got here. Y'all like my little background here? I'm trying to elevate the show a little bit. Y'all like it? Y'all see all that green? I got them on a virtual background. So if y'all see that little green, I don't know what it looked like. Let me expand myself. Ain't nothing I can do about that. I think when I put these headphones, it made it green. I know y'all seeing that little green glare there. So that's all that is. But I'm just trying to no green. Okay, good. Maybe all right. Hey, I'm cool. Thank you, Wendy. I like it. So appreciate it. We'll roll with this on Saturday and take it from there. All right. I'll see you guys Saturday. Thanks for those who listened. Thanks for those who tuned in. We'll get a little bit more in depth on Saturday at 3:00. I'll holler at you guys. This is, ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good night. This is the Big Time Show. All right, Podbean. Yeah. We'll see you at 3:00, Podbean. Saturday. Oh, I hope y'all ready.